Dr. Weir?
Peter.
You see? Nothing.
Carson, get back here.
I can sit in that chair all bloody day long and nothing will happen. It's a waste of time. Excuse me, Dr. Weir.
He's not even trying.
He's the one who discovered the gene this technology responds to.
Yeah, well, he said he wished he never had it.
Really?
I know, can you believe that?
We could always test you a third time, Rodney.
That's very funny.
We have only found a handful of people who are genetically compatible with the ancient technology, and despite your heroic efforts to interface ours with theirs, we need every one of them to sit in this chair, including Dr. Beckett.
What am I supposed to do? He's afraid of the thing.
This chair controls the most powerful weapons known to humankind. I'm afraid of the thing. But every time someone sits in it, we learn something new about the ancients who built this outpost. Dr. Beckett should be proud he's genetically advanced.
It's not more advanced. It is a random characteristic.
This really bothers you, this whole gene thing, huh?
Oh, clearly I am overcome with envy.
Ah, just the people I need to see. Come with me. We've gotten closer and closer to finding the location of the lost city, but it turns out we've been looking in the wrong place all along. Now, we thought we had a Stargate address. 6 symbols representing coordinates in space that determine the location of the planet the ancients went to after they left Antarctica. Now, recently, we determined a 7th symbol.
The point of origin, Earth.
That's not it.
Then your address must be incorrect.
Not incorrect. Incomplete.
What are you saying, Dr. Jackson?
It's an 8-symbol address. What we're looking for may be further away than we ever imagined, but it's not out of reach.
Atlantis.
Atlantis. I think we can go there.
You got your eye on anyone?
Not really.
Actually, I was talking to the mouse. But, now you mention it, some of those Athosian women are pretty hot. And we did just save them from the Wraith, so we gotta trade on that while we can, you know, before they discover we're not actually that cool.
Sit down, I'm ready. I'm surprised you're so eager to volunteer for this, Rodney.
Well, you know me, always eager to help.
Right. So, do you have any questions about the process? I mean, you are a scientist.
Yeah. I'm sorry, medicine is about as much of a science as, I don't know, voodoo? All I need to know is that will enable me to use ancient technology like Major Shepard, or yourself.
Yes, hopefully. You are the first human trial.
Well, why now? I mean, if it's possible, we knew we needed as many people with the gene as we could get.
Well, actually, without proper FDA approval, it's virtually impossible on Earth. Let's just say it's legal here in the Pegasus Galaxy.
Well, and completely safe.
As far as experimental gene therapy goes, I am manipulating your DNA. Here we go.
Well, maybe you should tell me more.
We believe ATA, or ancient technology activation, is caused by a single gene that's always on, instructing various cells in the body to produce a series of proteins and enzymes that interact with the skin, the nervous system, and the brain. In this case, we're using a mouse retrovirus to deliver the missing gene to your cells.
So a mouse retrovirus?
It's been deactivated.
Well, are there any side effects?
Dry mouth, headache, the irresistible urge to run on a small wheel.
Oh, that's very amusing. So how long till it starts working?
It could take some time. What is that?
Oh, something I found in one of the research labs. Something the ancients were experimenting with.
Do you know what it is?
Pretty sure.
Desalinizing the seawater and storing it in tanks big enough to supply the whole city.
Good, so fresh water won't be a problem.
It seems some ancient technology requires the user to have the gene. Now, other things merely require initialization. Once activated, like the control room, anyone can push the buttons to make them work.
Good morning, Dr. Weir.
Morning. Careful! I think we need to designate some recreational areas.
Yes.
And we certainly need to clear the hallways and get everything put away as soon as possible. And can we lose the 10,000-year-old dead plants?
Of course. We're still in the process of making sure everyone's been assigned living quarters. Major Shepard seems to be taking his time okaying enough space.
Well, the safety and security of this expedition are his...
I'm ready.
Oh, my God.
Did you see that?
Yes, what the...
I'm fine. Look, Beckett's gene therapy worked. I was able to activate this. It's a personal shield. Acts like a protective skin. And it must have inertial dampening properties, too, because I didn't feel a thing. Watch this. Hit me. Ow! God! I didn't have to swing so hard. And I noticed that he didn't even hesitate.
I'm still trying to understand how you thought it was a good idea to test this device by having someone throw you off a balcony.
Oh, believe me, that's not the first thing we tried.
I shot him. In the leg.
I'm invulnerable.
Aren't you the one who's always spouting off about how proper and careful scientific procedure must be adhered to?
Invulnerable?
All right, take it off. Let's go have this meeting.
You're just jealous.
Oh, yes, green with envy.
This could be a problem. I can't get at it.
Just checking.
How are we doing?
Okay, Lieutenant, I think I've got it lined up pretty close.
No such thing as close. You thread the needle or we're dead.
Right.
It's okay, you can do it. Nice and easy. Okay, I think we're close enough to dial the gate.
Yes! Hurry up and get us back!
Get this damn thing off me.
We can't.
Cut it off.
As soon as we establish a connection, radio back that we've got a medical emergency.
There must be something we can do for him.
There's an emergency first aid kit behind the pilot's seat. Get it. Major, everything you do to try to remove it just makes the pain worse. Now try and be still.
Is there no way to go faster?
He's just trying to get us back in one piece.
Atlantis Base, this is Ford. Jumper 1 is inbound with a medical emergency. Please respond.
What's going on?
The reconnaissance team is reporting a medical emergency. I've alerted Dr. Beckett. He's on his way.
Put on Major Shepard.
He's the one who's injured.
What am I expecting to find in here that's gonna get rid of that thing?
Something for the pain.
I don't think Tylenol's gonna do it. He needs a doctor. How much longer?
Almost there. Flight. Jumper 1 on final approach.
This is weird. What's the nature of Major Shepard's injury?
Some sort of funky alien bug attached itself to his neck. He's completely immobile.
What's it doing to him?
We don't know, but we can't get it off him. And we tried everything.
You understand the risk of bringing someone like that back to Atlantis?
Yes, ma'am, I do, but we really don't have a choice in the matter.
Understood, Lieutenant. Good luck. Quarantine the jumper bay?
It's all automatic from here. Here we go!
Previously on Stargate Atlantis.
Major Shepard! Major Shepard, who are all these people?
I am Taylor Emagan, daughter of Tagan. If the Wraith have never touched your world, you should go back there.
Oh, we'd like to, but we can't.
I don't see a life form like this ever dying of natural aging the way we do.
You trespassed upon our feeding ground. You don't know what you have done.
It's Major Shepard's IDC.
People have been gone a few hours.
Atlantis, this is Shepard. We're coming in hot.
Lower the shield. Raise the shield.
Hey!
How you feeling?
I can't do anything. I can't talk.
Can't talk either.
I don't try to say.
Your body experienced a full overload to its sensory and motor nervous system.
What?
You took one of those Wraith stunners right in the face.
It's really quite fascinating, actually. The Wraith weapon impedes the fire of neurons that enable the necessary...
Oh,
The paralysis is only temporary. Don't worry, Rodney. You'll be up and about in no time. Bloody good thing that Wraith weapon's only designed to incapacitate, or he'd be dead.
what?
Major? Could I see you for a second?
Hello? Hello?
He's gonna be fine.
I've heard. I want to know what happened out there.
Same old thing.
Which makes it the 5th time your team's encountered the Wraith. Out of how many missions?
9. So probably not a coincidence.
I think it's pretty damn obvious now. We've got a spy in Atlantis.
Anything look familiar to you, Taylor?
No, I do not believe this is a world I visited before.
Without landmarks, how can you tell?
It is difficult by air, but every world is unique in its own way.
I've read a lot of reports from SG teams on missions like this one. Specifically the mission reports of Colonel Samantha Carter. She and I worked together to avert global catastrophe a few years back, and she and I... Anyways, what was I saying?
Mission reports.
Right. Well, apparently there's remarkable similarities between worlds that support life. It makes sense, really. I mean, for example, the color of the sky is just a product. What was that?
Turbulence?
Seems to be okay now. I wonder what that was.
Getting seriously conflicted readings. It looks like some sort of powerful energy field about 2,000 yards over there.
Over where?
18 degrees from our current heading.
You think it's worth checking out?
Any significant energy emission generally indicates technological civilization.
So you think it's worth checking out?
I'm sorry. Yes. Energy field good. Maybe not.
It's getting worse.
That's enough. I'm getting out of here. We're not gaining any altitude. Controls are unresponsive. Drive just went offline. We're going in.
Reliable power generation is one of our greatest concerns. With this project, we hope soon to be able to convert and utilize the intense heat trapped beneath the surface of our planet.
Geothermal energy. What, using this? Well, do you have any idea how complex geothermal energy is?
Okay.
I mean, sure, it'll work like a charm.
Looks like you're accomplishing great things here, Chancellor.
Since the last Wraith culling, we have worked diligently to rebuild our society.
Are you not concerned that your efforts will attract the attention of the Wraith?
Yes, but we refuse to let that stop us from striving to reach our potential. To do otherwise would simply mean victory for them. However, we currently are working on a viable defense.
Defense? Really? You've been here for 2 days before you mentioned that?
I had to learn that you could be trusted.
You talking about some sort of defensive weapon?
You could call it that. Something that we hope will protect us from the next Wraith culling.
So you're expecting it to happen again?
Of course. But if the Wraith return as they have historically, they won't be here for at least another 50 years.
50 years, you say?
How about that weapon?
Yes, if you'll just come this way.
You haven't told them that we practically woke the Wraith from hibernation, have you?
No, I really haven't had the chance.
We've been here 2 days.
1.5, really.
Major, they're not expecting the Wraith for another 50 years. We have to let them know they could show up at any time now.
If you're so eager, why don't you tell them?
Reminds you of Area 51, doesn't it?
Circa 1918.
I don't think Area 51 was around 1918, sir.
Well, the area was.
True.
I don't think there's a hope in hell these people could have a weapon.
Weapons come in all shapes and sizes, Lieutenant.
Major Shepard, I think you'll find this intriguing.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What is it?
Something that we hope will one day make us completely immune to the Wraith.
They call themselves the Jedi. They are simple people, but good farmers and fair traders.
We're still months away from producing successful crops in the mainland. And we're heading towards a food shortage.
I know, it's getting desperate. Almost out of coffee.
Oh, maybe you should stop drinking 11 cups a day.
I'm just making sure I get my fair share before it's all gone.
Sounds fair.
I'm all for trade. But don't you think we should find a way to help defend ourselves?
How can a bunch of farmers do that?
Well, maybe they can introduce us to people who can help. In the meantime, let's take care of the basics.
Guess it's always good to get to know your neighbors.
The Jedi Stargate is a short distance from their village. I suggest we walk. The puddle jumper may alarm them. As I said, they are very simple.
Sounds like a mission.
All right. Where to, Taylor?
We should allow them to come to us.
Well, if you know where the village is, shouldn't we?
They are simple people and they trust me. But that trust was hard earned.
Okay.
What is it you said they grow here anyway?
Many things. But they're best known for a bean known as Tava.
What, Java?
Tava. How do they even know we're here anyway?
They already do.
You look friendly enough.
The eldest one is called Tyrus. I've traded with him on many occasions.
Taylor Morgan.
Tyrus. It has been many days.
Too many.
Taylor. This is Major Shepard, Dr. McKay, and Lieutenant Ford.
My daughter, Sora.
Must be very proud.
She's betrothed.
I wasn't hitting on your daughter. I just
They
thought...
have come to trade for a share of your crops.
Yet you bring weapons.
Only to defend ourselves.
You dress as they do of your own accord?
Of course. Why?
Wants to know if you work with us or for us.
These are my friends, Tyrus. I would not have brought them if I did not think them worthy to become yours.
We'll take you to see Cowan.
Follow me.
Maybe we should offer a sense of humor in trade.
Sure. They can have yours.
Oh, please, my side, you slam me.
I'm thinking about it.
I'm bringing them in. All operations to silent mode.
I've never seen so much nothing.
And I've never walked so far to see it.
How was I to know the only structures on this planet would be in the immediate area around the Stargate?
There's the gate. Dial it up.
Wait, the energy readings here are exactly the same as they were a mile away.
So?
I really think we should stay for a while.
I thought you hated wearing these suits.
I do. I'm incredibly uncomfortable. These energy readings are amazing. It's like it's coming from all around us.
And yet you cannot explain it.
Not yet.
Can't figure out a way we can use it?
Not yet.
All right. Then let's call it a mission.
Wait. There's such thing as pure science. Not everything has to be immediately useful.
You talked me into coming here because you thought those energy readings indicated the presence of a civilization. There are no buildings, no people, no nothing. Just fog.
It's not technically fog. There's no actual water vapor in the atmosphere. I mean, for that matter, I don't think we need to wear the hazmat gear.
Now you tell me. Dial the gate.
Oh, wait. Hold on. You wanted useful?
What are you talking about?
When the wormhole connected, there was a wild fluctuation in the energy field. But, I mean, if I'm reading these numbers right, it looks like the gate is actually drawing power from the atmosphere.
So?
So? I mean, to the best of my knowledge, this field goes on for miles. I mean, for all we know, it envelops the entire planet. We're talking about a lot of energy here.
How much is a lot?
Well, in terms of joules or ergs?
In terms of lots?
Well, lots and lots. Enough to open a wormhole back to Earth.
They call themselves the Janai. They are simple people, but good farmers and fair traders.
You look friendly enough.
The eldest one is called Tyrus. I've traded with him on many occasions.
I'm bringing them in. All operations to silent mode.
You know, if people could just learn to keep their secret underground hatches locked.
So the whole farmer thing is just a front.
The next culling was supposed to be decades away.
We're looking for allies against the Wraith.
We had hoped to test our first atomic weapon 5 years from now. Do we have that much time, Shepard?
No.
How does getting access to a Wraith ship's computer help you?
With this interface device, we can learn the location of all the Wraith ships.
So you know where to deliver your new bombs.
The Wraith must not know we were ever here.
Help me!
I said leave him!
Please!
Say!
Where's my father?
He did not survive. By leaving him to die, you may just as well have killed him yourself. You do not want to make an enemy of the Janai.
Haven't been to the mainland in a while. How's everybody settling in?
Holling believes the first crops will have a good yield.
They still miss home?
There is still talk of returning, even though I've told them the Wraith have scorched Athos bare in revenge for our resistance.
Well, maybe in time this place will start to begin to feel like home.
Do you see that?
That can't be a storm. It stretches across the whole horizon.
I've never seen something like that from so high.
I've seen a lot of things from this altitude, but nothing like that. Atlantis base is Jumper 1. We're gonna change our headings to investigate a storm.
Major, this is Weir. We didn't copy that. You're breaking up.
So this permanent's headed right. Do a little wet forecasting.
Did he just say weather forecasting?
Do all storms look like this from above?
No. This must cover 20% of the planet.
Is it headed towards the mainland?
Tracking right toward the settlement.
And after that?
Straight to Atlantis.
Previously on Stargate Atlantis.
It can't be a storm. It stretches across the whole horizon. This must cover 20% of the planet.
If you want everyone to live, you gate them off-world.
Within the next hour, there will be less than 10 people on Atlantis. We cannot afford to pass up this opportunity.
What is the one thing keeping us from having a shield? Electricity.
Atlantis is designed to withstand substantial lightning strikes. There are lightning rods all over the city.
If we disable the grounding stations, that energy could conceivably be used to charge up the shield generators.
We decided to wait out the storm in the jumper.
From what I can ascertain, a small Genic strike force is gated in.
Why are you doing this?
You're in possession of supplies we vitally need. The C4 explosive. All of your medical supplies. As of right now, we are in control of Atlantis. Say goodbye to Dr. Weir.
And now, the conclusion. Goya! Goya, don't do this!
How is this gonna help you get what you want?
Shepard put you in this position, not me.
You can't do this. This is crazy. You need her.
She's right, Commander.
I'm not kidding. There are codes required to activate the shield. Codes that only she knows. You can't do it without her. We can't do this without me either. I mean, we're a package deal. I mean, you take us out of the equation and you don't have an end game. Granted, that's a chess term. My point is, We're the only ones who can fix the grounding station. We're the only ones who can activate the shield. We're the only ones who can solve problems I can't even think of yet. You kill either one of us, and you don't get what you want. That's how important we are. It's important.
Rodney, he gets it. I appreciate
You're an asset we need to complete this mission.
Hey, you stood in front of a gun for me.
Don't blame me just yet. We've got 2.5 hours till the storm hits, and unless our luck changes drastically, the city is going to be obliterated.
Major Shepard, how's this for credibility? Weir is dead.
I am going to kill you.
Maybe. Stay out of my way, or McKay will join you.
Ease up on the controls a little.
I'm fine.
You're gonna snap the damn things off. Ease up.
I'm just seeing what this baby can do.
Did you just say this baby?
That's perfectly appropriate space pilot parlance.
Try to fly the baby in a straight line.
I'm flying in a straight line.
Not so much.
Well, in space, all motion is relative.
You okay, Dr. Gall?
I get motion sickness.
These things have inertial dampeners. You shouldn't feel a thing.
I know we're moving. That's enough for me.
Why'd you choose this guy for the mission?
Brendan's the one who discovered the Lagrangian point satellite was out here. Elizabeth felt he should see it for himself.
Don't let go of the controls.
Snapping doesn't help.
This is why parents get someone else to teach your kids how to drive.
I am both insulted and touched by that. Yes, of course, please.
Holding station at 1,000 meters.
Almost half a mile away and it's still in the windshield. This thing is enormous.
It's as large as a Gould mothership. This might be the single largest weapons platform ever constructed.
It's probably the Ancients' last line of defense before Atlantis.
Any chance it's still operational? Because that would be a very good thing.
Are you getting any energy readings? Negative.
So it's dead.
Well, it warrants closer scrutiny, but yeah.
Knocked out during the Ancients' last stand?
Or its power source is depleted. 10,000 years is a long time. We should still take a closer look.
Wait. I'm getting something on the ultra-low frequency range.
Where's it coming from?
The planet. It's a distress call. A Wraith distress call.
$7,549.
Oh, please. Prime. 4,021.
Nice try. Not prime. Okay, Lieutenant Ford, 599.
I don't care if it's a prime number or not.
Come on, yes or no?
No.
It's incredible. 10 for 10.
He is terrible.
So I suck at prime, not prime. Somehow I'm gonna sleep tonight.
At this point, it's gone way beyond you not knowing your prime numbers.
It's a true-false game. Statistically, just by guessing, you should be getting at least half of these right. Look, 993.
Prime.
Oh, come on, that's an easy one. Like, you hearing this, Hayes?
Not really.
Guess I've been too busy doing my job.
We've already been through this section of Atlantis, Dr. Killjoy. It's structurally sound.
Lieutenant Ford, would you mind being a subject of research paper on statistical improbabilities?
This is some sort of payback for guys like me beating up guys like you in high school, right?
So, Rodney, what's it like out there in the suburbs today?
Essentially, with the exception of the upper-level storage room, which the lovely and talented Dumais informs me is in no immediate danger, this pier is in relatively good shape.
Even after all the flooding from the storm?
Well, it's dark, it's damp, and it smells terrible, but from an engineering standpoint, we're good.
Head back.
Heading back. All right, you clowns, listen up. I don't often get a chance to say this, so savor it. Good work, boys and girls. Let's go home.
Wait. We're missing Johnson and Wagner.
Wagner, Johnson, what's your position?
We need backup! They're coming at us!
What?
Where are they?
Down this corridor.
We're on our way! Johnson, you okay?
McKay. He's dead.
Johnson, what happened here?
They got him.
Who got him? Well, calm down. There's nothing here.
Can't you see them? They're everywhere!
I need a medical team down here. Stat!
It's no use. She's gone.
Previously on Stargate Atlantis.
What do we know about the Wraith? One of the few things we do know is that they're the enemy that defeated the Ancients.
Sometimes a few hundred years will pass before they awaken again. We've visited many, many worlds. I know of none untouched by the Wraith.
You are doomed, as are any humans that stand in our way.
The Ancients were researching ascension.
What exactly is ascension?
An advanced stage of being where they were able to rid themselves of their physical bodies and rise to a higher plane of existence, one in which they live as pure energy.
I count two. How about you?
Yes, sir. I recommend shooting back anytime now.
Trying. That hit must have caused some damage. McKay?
I'm on it.
Where did they come from?
She's right. The Dart are short-range fighters. There's probably a hive ship around here somewhere.
Then we need to get out of here.
Yes, we do.
The Stargate is the other way, sir, on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, we're taking the scenic route. McKay!
I'm almost there.
There's one on our tail.
Thank you. I know all about that one. Keep your eye on the other one.
Okay, you should have weapons now.
Negative.
You sure?
Positive.
I'm pretty sure I fixed it.
Well, obviously you didn't.
Perhaps we can lose them in the atmosphere of the planet.
2 more darts on our 2 o'clock.
I see him. McKay!
It's not like I'm holding back on you.
Hang on!
The Wraith darts have been destroyed.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I thought for sure we were dead. You think we were dead?
What the hell was that?
Some sort of energy weapon.
What do you say we find out? There you are.
Hey, it's just stealing a breath of fresh air. I thought you were off exploring the city.
About to. Guess up on the mainland, the Ethosians made it. Happy birthday.
It's beautiful. How did you find out?
Mum's the word.
All right, we're done with the living quarters. Moving on.
Whoa, before you go. You see anything better than our current quarters?
A few. Some are pretty nice, actually.
Well, what kind of square footage are we talking about?
What am I, your realtor, Rodney? We're here to unlock the secrets of Atlantis.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for a one-bedroom with a den, preferably with a balcony, but I'm not married to it. Look.
Sir, check this
Might
out.
as well be comfortable, at least until the Wraith get here.
Shut up for a second.
What is it?
Some sort of laboratory.
We come across dozens of those. The city's full of them. Something unusual about it?
I'd have to say, yes. Is it safe?
Yes, the chamber has been sealed. Where are the others? The Brotherhood has fallen, Astrum. We are all that remains. My God. If we die, then...
Hurry! They're getting closer!
Lena, I know I've said this before, but thank you so much for letting us in here, helping us through the material. It's been utterly fascinating.
I'm happy to do it, Doctor. I'm sorry this information is so scattered. I'm afraid we're working on so many projects at once. Reference materials tend to get misplaced.
Of course. Look at that.
What is going on here?
Just having a little fun, McKay.
Can we get back to work now?
I just don't see how running through history books is gonna find us our ZPM.
Really? See this? This is a charcoal rubbing, taken from an ancient temple built about the time Weir's List was written. Notice anything familiar? It's a ZPM. Look, we are closer than we have ever been before. Now, there may very well be hundreds of zero-point modules hidden in this galaxy, but the only one we are remotely sure of is here. Here. Now, if you ever want to go home, if you ever want to protect Atlantis from the Wraith, we need to find this.
Previously on Stargate Atlantis.
It's headed for the city.
What's it doing?
Scanning us.
Now, the dart sent a transmission deep into space, and then it self-destructed before we could get to it.
We scanned the area with our deep space sensors.
What are those?
Wraith hive ships. 3 of them.
Where are they headed?
If they maintain direction and speed, they'll be over our planet within 2 weeks. Well, we knew they were coming. At least now we know when.
That's something.
That's something?
There's still time, Rodney. There's no reason to panic. Yet.
Where there is time, there's hope.
Agreed. So recommendations?
Other than panic?
Other than panic, yes.
I realize this might not be cool, but we should consider M7G677.
As a possible evacuation site?
No, ma'am. I'm suggesting we take their ZPM.
Their only means of protection from the Wraith. A planet populated mostly by children.
He raises a valid point. We've already established that the ZPM is nearly depleted, but it could be of some limited use to us.
You asked for suggestions. It's a matter of survival.
I see. We're not quite there yet. And as long as I'm in charge, we will never be there.
I agree, Dr. Weir. If this is to be our end, it is best we face it with both dignity and honor.
To that end, I actually have an idea in addition to panic.
Let's hear it.
It's really a long shot, but I think it's most likely worth the effort. Of course, it'll mostly be my effort.
What is it?
I think we can send a message back to Earth through the Stargate.
Excuse me.
I thought we didn't have enough power.
Not to send a person, no. We'd never be able to maintain the wormhole long enough. But I think if we were able to tie together all of our power-generating capabilities, we might, and I emphasize might, be able to establish a wormhole long enough to send a message.
How much time are we talking about?
Well, approximately 1.3 seconds, give or take.
That's not much time.
Time enough to say SOS.
Don't be so analog. 1.3 seconds is more than enough time to send a message if it's in the form of a high-compression data burst. Now, I helped refine the encoding for the U.S. Air Force a few years back. Colonel Carter should be able to decipher it on the other side.
You're suggesting this now?
Because it probably won't work, and there's a very good chance it could overload our Naquita generators in the process.
Well, then we can't take the risk. No power, we won't have a chance in hell.
There are 3 Wraith hive ships on the way, Major. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Besides, I spent the last few days working out ways of minimizing the risk.
Assuming it's possible, how much information could we send?
Everything. I mean, mission reports from all of the senior staff, a ton of stuff on Atlantis, things we've learned in Pegasus.
All that. 1 second.
1.3.
See, you jest, but if I can finesse the compression ratios, you'll be looking for things to add.
Do it.
Doing it.
Elizabeth, you realize that if Stargate Command was able to send help...
I know, they would have. But still, we have a responsibility to report what we've learned here. About Atlantis, about the ancients.
The Wraith?
Exactly. We have to warn Earth.
Even if it's the last thing we do.
Especially if it's the last thing we do.
Major Shepard! Major!
Previously on Stargate Atlantis.
Probably the Ancients' last line of defense before Atlantis.
Knocked out during the Ancients' last stand?
Or its power sources depleted. 10,000 years is a long time.
There's an unidentified craft about the size of a Wraith dart heading for the city.
What's it doing?
It's scanning us.
What are those? Wraith hive ships. 3 of them.
If they maintain direction and speed, they'll be over our planet within 2 weeks. The Wraith were conducting experiments on your ancestors.
You have some Wraith DNA.
You can actually see what's happening.
I am on a ship. I am in some sort of control room. You are all so pathetic.
Something tells me that's not Taylor talking.
Chances are it was Taylor who gave away the location of our Alpha site to the Wraith.
They know that Atlantis is the only way to get to a new, rich feeding ground.
Earth.
Not only has Taylor been able to ascertain that the Wraith are more interested in Earth than Atlantis, which is, you know, terrifying, she realized that the Hive ships will go right past the only surviving Lagrangian point satellite.
The last of what we assume were dozens of defense satellites destroyed during the Ancients' last stand with the Wraith.
Yes. The point is we think we can use it to our advantage.
I thought you said it was dead.
It is, but we think we've learned enough about how it works to bring it back.
If we are right about what is wrong with it.
Yes, of course, if we're right about what's wrong with it. But if we're right, and it's just out of power, the Wraith has simply been ignoring it.
Our preliminary estimates indicate a single Nakada generator would be enough to bring it back online.
Why can't we use our generators to get the weapon systems of Atlantis working?
Because those systems were designed to be powered by the zero-point module, and the satellite isn't.
And you think it's powerful enough to take out a Wraith Hive ship?
Well, according to the ancient database, it should be able to take out all three when fully charged. Keep in mind that the ancient technology was far superior. They only lost the war because they were vastly outnumbered.
Well, we're vastly outnumbered.
And outgunned.
But they don't see the satellite as threat.
In military parlance, surprise is an element on our side.
What you need?
The satellite's 15 hours away by puddle jumper. I recommend that we put together a small crew, say myself, Grodin, and a pilot.
I'll go.
No, Miller can handle it. Major, I need you to keep searching for alternate Alpha sites, just in case this fails.
The Hive ships will be in range of the satellite in 49 hours. We're gonna need every last second of that time.
Questions? Okay, let's get on it. Well, Rodney, don't mean to put any undue pressure, but at this moment, that satellite is the only thing standing between the Wraith and Atlantis.
No undue pressure?
Previously on Stargate Atlantis.
The Hive ships will be in range of the satellite in 49 hours.
That satellite is the only thing standing between the Wraith and Atlantis.
And you think it's powerful enough to take out a Wraith Hive ship?
According to the ancient database, it should be able to take out all three when fully charged.
This is bad. Very bad. I'm not sure I can fix this.
The Wraith are not interested in destroying Atlantis. They're coming here to get to Earth.
Which means stealing the city, which is why we have a self-destruct in place.
Yes.
We're having trouble docking with the satellite. See what you can do from your side.
There isn't time for that.
Look, get to a safe distance, and then come get me once the satellite has taken care of the Wraith ships.
We have a kill.
There's no time. Just get the hell out of here.
Okay, we have lost the satellite.
Did you manage to take out any more ships?
Negative. 2 other Hive ships are intact.
You can't do any more out there, Rodney. Return to Atlantis. Welcome back, Rodney.
Where are we?
Our scanners show the Hive ships have started moving again, although their pace has slowed considerably.
Obviously, you gave them something to think about.
If they get here in 2 hours or 2 days, doesn't change the fact that we're out of options. We can't hope to fight them. So unless either of you have any more ideas.
The last group is assembled and ready for your back.
All right, then. Let's get this done. Ready? Self-destruct is armed. Prepare to load the virus into the HM mainframe. Rodney dialed the Alpha site.
Dialing. We've got an incoming wormhole. Pursuing an IDC? Who is it? Stargate Command.
Are you sure? Lower the shield.
Dr. Weir.
Yes.
Colonel Dylan Everett, United States Marine Corps.
You should know that
General O'Neill sends his compliments on a job well done under extraordinary circumstances. You are relieved.
Sir, we're about to evacuate.
Without a fight.
Yes, sir.
On my order.
That evacuation order is rescinded. I assume you've armed the self-destruct device.
Yes, we have, but as Dr. Weir was trying to tell you...
I am going to need you to disarm it immediately.
Hold on a second, Colonel. I don't think you fully grasp our situation.
You have 3 Wraith hive ships bearing down on your position and precious little to defend yourselves with. That about sum it up.
You got our message.
We got your message.
It's down to 2 hive ships. We managed to destroy them.
Good for you. That should make my job a little easier.
Certainly is your job, sir.
I should think that would be obvious to you by now, Major. We are going to defend Atlantis at all costs.